There's no founded reason for sadness over your spiritual standing. Surprise! Instead, focus on appreciating the spiritual effect of your spiritual push-ups. I mean, the Adar wants you to make you feel bad. It's like, hey, if I can't get the guy to sin, I'll just let them think all these, inappropriate desires and negative thoughts and start judging people, and then they'll feel bad about themselves. No. Do not let yourself be fooled into that. Do not focus on sadness over my spiritual standings. I still have these negative thoughts coming in my mind. No, focus on what's in my control. What's in my control is do spiritual push-ups. Say, no thought, I'm not allowing you to take over right now. I'm not going to identify with you. I'm doing spiritual push-ups. I'm pushing you away with 2 hands. And I heard explained in the name of Rabbi Y.Y. Jacobson, 1 hand is for the conscious mind and 1 hand is for the subconscious mind. I'm like, no, you are not mine. I do not identify with you. Out, okay? And let ourselves feel good about that. Right? If I'm not allowing myself to feel good about it, I miss the whole point. The Yitzhar is coming to make me feel bad about myself. And Alter Rebbe is saying, no, the opposite. Feel good about yourself. Because you are serving God in that moment by doing the spiritual push-up, by not identifying with the negative thought, by moving forward. When the negative forces tempt you to sin, but fail, these forces become weaker and are subdued. The sitra achra, the side of otherness, in your animal soul will not be eliminated completely as with the tzaddik. It's still there. But every time you resist the transgression, the negative forces inside you take a blow. With an awakening from below, there's an awakening from above. This is the Hasidic concept of arusa de la sata and arusa de la ela. Right? Our efforts below have an effect above. With the weakening of the sitra achra, the negative forces down here, the sitra achra is subdued above in the higher worlds. By battling my own inner darkness, by wrestling with myself, therefore I'm actually causing more light and more subduing of the sitra achra above. I mean, the Alter Rebbe really wants us to appreciate our inner work of saying, no, sitra achra, I'm not letting you make me sad right now. I'm not identifying with these thoughts. I'm pushing them away. That is pushing sitra achra away in the higher worlds. That is having a huge, tremendous spiritual effect. And so we should appreciate our cosmic effect, right? You might think, it's only tzaddikim really affect the world in a positive way. I'm just busy wrestling with my stupid negative thoughts. That's a negative thought itself, okay? And the Alter Rebbe wants us to instead feel good about ourselves and realize the cosmic effect that we're having on the spiritual worlds. The sitra achra has an energy of an inflated ego, which makes itself as high as an eagle soaring above. So by subduing it, you fulfill the verse, if you lift yourself high like an eagle, from there I will bring you down, says God. Right? We are actually subduing the sitra achra. We are bashing evil in the cosmos, the spiritual cosmos. Through your spiritual push-up, crushing the sitra achra, negative forces, you increase God's glory, thereby giving God an unparalleled joy. You heard it, an unparalleled joy. This is the spiciness of the Beinoni, okay? That the tzaddikim can't touch, all right? Then the glory of the Blessed Holy One is exalted more than by any other praise. And this ascent is greater than all. Okay? By crushing the sitra achra, by saying, no, I'm not giving in to you. I'm not giving into this negative thought. I'm not giving into this negative desire. I'm pushing it out of my space. And I'm going to feel good about that. I'm giving God a unique glory that a tzaddik never could. An unparalleled joy. So you might be thinking, really? Like little me, I'm giving God unparalleled joy? Yes, Alder was saying, you, that person who's having a negative thought and inappropriate desires, you, by not identifying with it and pushing it away, you are giving God unparalleled joy. So not just should you not feel bad about yourself, feel like the superhero that you are. So this kind of just made me think of like, I'll be crushing klipa all day, every day. Feel good about it. You're like a spiritual gangster here. You are literally crushing those klipas, and Alter Rebbe wants us to feel how powerful we are. So don't let it make you feel bad about yourself. Perhaps it's for this purpose that you were created. Hear these words. There's purpose in this journey. To constantly subdue the sitra achra through your worship. Never to succeed in eliminating it from you. Meaning, even if every single day of your life, you have to deal with the same negative thoughts and you have to push them away. And you have to say, no, I'm not going into that negativity right now. So what? Right? Unless I'm not knowing my place, I want to be a tzaddik, I don't even want to have this issue, I don't even want this challenge, then it's painful. But if I'm just like, no, this is my way of serving God. This is how God is asking me to serve him. Then every day when I do those spiritual push-ups, even if I literally have to do them every single day of my life, maybe that's what I was created for. Alter Rebbe wants us to appreciate how purposeful this service of God is. So worse than the thought itself is identifying with it and getting sad about it. It's actually the issue. The issue is not the thought. The issue is my identification with it. It's just like changing channels. That thought is not you. It's just there for you to ignore it. It's just like, okay, what's on the TV? Okay, I see what's playing. Change the channel. No harm done. It is about this idea of being born to struggle. The Eov said, you have created wicked people. Remember, this is a theme throughout Tanya that we're dealing with this verse from Job, right? That he said, you've created wicked people. This is referring to people who have wickedness in their thoughts and fantasies and are in constant struggle to divert their attention from those thoughts and fantasies. For what purpose? So as to subdue the Sitra Achra. These individuals are not able to rid themselves completely of the Sitra Achra. God did not put it in their power, since this is exclusive accomplishment of Tzaddikim. Their mode of worship is to continue pushing away these thoughts. That's what it means that God has created wicked people. He created wickedness within us that we're not always able to conquer, because conquering it is not necessarily our way of serving God. It's actually daily, conquering it on a daily battle, not conquering it to a point that it's eliminated, like with tzaddik. To realize that this is a spiritual standing that we are created to serve God with. This is the toolkit that if I was given that wickedness, this is a toolkit for me to serve God with. This is not a hindrance to my avodas Hashem, to serving God. This is my avodas Hashem. This is my way of serving God.